You want to tell the viewers what you're doing?
Stringing them up. Stringing them up. So they don't weigh the whole thing down.
These are cantaloupes.
Last I checked.
Yeah. This one here is starting the veining on the bottom. Like you can feel it through the bottom. See that? The one there's one on the ground too, and it also starting the veining on the very bottom.
Very cool.
Yeah. So this is our way to help support them.
Working so far. Now, what about this thing? This massive beast behind me.
Oh, the carrots. Those carrot seeds right there, the one we're looking at. That's the one I'm gonna. No. Down, down. The one that's all umbrella shaped. That one. That's the one that we're going to harvest seeds from.
But it's not the highest?
Going out of focus on me. It's not the highest, but it was the first one. Okay, it's not the highest, but it's the first one that produced seeds. That's the one you want. First couple ones to produce seeds are the one you want, I'm told. The strange thing about these carrot seeds is that carrots aren't supposed to go to seed till its second year. You're supposed to, I guess, leave them in the ground or take them out, winter them inside, and then put them back out in the spring, and then they'll seed. But this one went to seed, and I just planted these this year, which is obvious because we only put these raised beds in this year. So, I don't know. But I'm going to try to harvest them. I'm waiting for those seeds to dry out a bit, and then I'm going to cut that head off. These are what the seeds look like up close. Each one of those little green things with that looks kind of hairy is a seed. Did you see the size of that honeydew melon behind you? We tied that up just after the last video we did on melons. Tied that up with just some old nylons. The same nylons that are featured in the Stealing Mr. Green Buddha's compost video. Anyways, it doesn't look very big on camera, but that's actually a pretty big melon. It's really heavy. There's Randy's hand. He's got big hands. Anything else going on in the garden today?
You tell me.
Well, we have a green bell pepper finally.
That's new, isn't it?
That is new. First time we've had a green bell pepper. First time we've had any bell peppers in here.
There's a bunch of them, actually.
Yeah. One big one, and then there's some tiny ones. I put some eggshells in the garden today. You'll notice around. That's the white stuff on the soil there. I forget what eggshells do. They add nitrogen? I don't know. I also don't know which plants they're supposed to go around, so not everything likes it. I don't know. It's next to some marigolds there. I'm sure the marigolds care. So how are the zucchini doing?
Well, which ones are you talking about? The yellow ones, and this is...
It doesn't look very healthy, does it, that plant? Do you think it still has any of those squash vine borers bugs in there?
I don't know.
That one doesn't look very healthy, so I wonder if it does. But it didn't die off. You'd think it would die off by now if it did.
I don't see any yellow garbage at the base now.
Yeah. The one back there is growing a little tiny yellow one on it. It's good. We haven't had to weed much this year, have we?
No, but that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. But we've hardly had to weed at all since we did the square foot gardening method.
That is true.
When the seedlings were really, really young, we had to weed a fair amount, but still not a lot. But once the plants started growing, the weeds had no room anymore. So a square foot gardening method is good for fewer weeds. Weed control. I think we should chop this broccoli down. Maybe not that low. Maybe where your pandas up there.
Right here?
Yeah. We didn't get any broccoli from it this year, so we're seeing if we chop it down, if it'll get it to grow some broccoli out the sides maybe. A little bit of crowd control here. Not a single head of broccoli this year out of 3 broccoli plants.
Keep the leaves to that.
I suppose.
You know, this is a...
Randy's pulling a Canarsie BK, gardening with no shirt on. You've seen these Bonnie Best tomatoes in a few videos. I transplanted them, whatever. They're okay in these pots. Next year I don't think I'm going to put them in pots, at least not this small. I have to water them a lot. They look a little wilted today. I watered them today with water mixed with compost. They're like that. We've only harvested 1 tomato off of these plants, and if you look close, there's actually 4 plants there. So not a very good harvest off those. I'm pretty disappointed, but I guess next year I'll just put them right in the ground or something. This is a little tomato, it looks like a tomato seedling. It's a cutting I got from those Bonnie Best tomatoes that I just showed you when I took the, I took cuttings off the bottom part of the plant to help it focus its energy on the rest of the plant. So they're like suckers, I don't know. I took this one off and I put it in a little bit of water until it grew roots, and then I put it in the soil here. I actually did 2 of them that way, and something dug up and stole the other one. This one's quite a bit bigger than when I planted it, so that's taking off. Now it is August, it's almost mid-August, and it's probably just too late to start tomatoes this young, but what have I got to lose, right? I had this space here with nothing growing in it. Look at all those gorgeous tomatoes. Those little ones there are chocolate cherry tomatoes, and none of them look chocolatey. They're supposed to turn a dark brown color, and I haven't seen any turn brown yet, but I have used some of them just in their current red state. I put them in spaghetti last night, and that was actually really, really delicious. I have next to them some Roma tomatoes. Now, you're supposed to use Roma tomatoes in things like spaghetti, but I only have like a couple that are ready there. So we haven't used any Roma tomatoes yet. In previous years, our Roma tomato plants have gone crazy. So many tomatoes, like nobody could use that many tomatoes. But this year they're kind of sad, so I don't know. Do something different next year maybe. But the cherry tomatoes are doing great. They're beautiful. My pumpkin is completely 100% orange. That's the pumpkin that jihadacadien gave us a seed for. And I think it's pretty ready. Kind of early though, it's mid-August. And our first frost date isn't until late October, if it even then. Sometimes it's later than that. So this pumpkin's ready very early. Do you guys think it's too late in the season to plant more pumpkin seeds? Let me know. The watermelon I showed you last time looks to be about the same size as it was then. But I do have another one right. I do have another one right there. And everything was watered today, that's why it's wet. It's looking good, don't you think? Those are tomatoes next to it. They're kind of taking over. It's everyone's ground cherry bush, whatever you want to call it, growing this big. That is all ground cherry. Every day we come out and it's just full of more ground cherries. You can see there's a ton of them on the ground here, and something eats them. I don't know what, but something comes along and eats them. There's plenty. I'm not too worked up over something stealing some of these. Here's my pineapple plant. I moved it out to my front deck because I'm more likely to remember to water it out here. So, it's looking nice. Quite happy out front. My peppers are doing well. You can see there's all kinds of peppers on this, and some great big jalapeno peppers. And here's a jalapeno pepper that changed color today. It's red. I had more red peppers on here, like some hot peppers, but I gave them away on the weekend. They're cute.